Hi guys, Vino here and welcome to this Vino Plunk production. Now I thought for this video I'd do something a little bit different. Seeing as I've got this new setup where I'm basically using my computer to record things, and I've now got XSplit installed. You can tell because I've got this watermark on here that I'll probably be removing next month when I've got a bit more money, so I can actually pay for XSplit. But at the moment, you've got this watermark to toy with. I do apologise, but you know it is what it is. At the end of the day, when you buy expensive box sets, you know, sometimes you need to rejigger the money a little bit. But because I am now using my computer to do recordings and things like that nature, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Now, I made a pre-order in the last week or so, and I thought I'd talk about what I pre-ordered because I actually think this is a really nice thing, and I didn't realize it's actually a 50th anniversary of a particular something, and we're going to talk about that in this video. So without further ado, if I click over to this, you can actually see what I'm going to be talking about. I'm actually going to minimize XSplit, and I really hope that XSplit is still working properly, because it's the first time I've ever done this, but I've done a special capture for my browser, so hopefully it's not capturing anything else, it's just capturing the browser. So yes, Arrow Video announced, and then I would say dropped, but allowed pre-orders on a new set. This is the Bruce Lee Golden Harvest Arrow exclusive limited edition 4K Ultra set. Now this particular version, which is in the jumpsuit yellow, I'm going to call it, is exclusive to Arrow. There is a Blu-ray version of this coming out, and there is another 4K version coming out that are in red. They're red boxes. If I go back to the home, there we go, we go back to the main screen, you got these two versions, the red one, and this the standard Blu-ray, and the 4K. Then you got the yellow sort of jumpsuit box set that I'm going to call it. This one, as it says here, is exclusive to Arrow Video. I believe these ones are being shopped out elsewhere, Amazon, places like that. So if you wish to pick one of these up and you don't wish to use Arrow Video for whatever reason, you can do so. However, this one is of course exclusive to Arrow Video, but I would not be surprised if this pops up on eBay in the next couple of days, because there'll be some people who would effectively drop ship it from the store and probably charge double the price for it, because that's what people like to do. But I'm going to go through the product overview in a moment, but the first thing we need to look at is some of these images, and I think it looks spectacular. Obviously these are just production images. These are, what's the word, promotional images is the word I'm looking for. So these aren't the final image, so obviously we're not sure what it's going to look like in person, but for me it's got the yellow, it's got the black stripe down it and the very much jumpsuit yellow, so it's going to be really interesting. Now, to give you a bit of context as to why I've gone ahead and pre-ordered this, so I'm really into fight choreography. Don't do any myself, I'll make that absolutely clear, but I really like fight choreography in films. Really well crafted fight scenes, and I went on a really big stint for a while with martial arts films. I actually bought the SureScope, the Arrow Video SureScope Volume 1 box set. Ended up selling it because I didn't really watch any films, to be completely honest with you. I got really into Donnie Yen for a bit, watched a smattering of his films, and he is Donnie Yen. Is it Donnie Yen that played Bruce Lee at one point? I keep forgetting the order in which things happened. But Donnie Yen is trained in the same martial arts that Bruce Lee was trained in, and of course Donnie Yen famously played Ip Man, who one of Ip Man's most notable disciples was Bruce Lee. Now, as I said, I sold the SureScope 21 box set because I just simply wasn't watching it, but I got really into Donnie Yen for a bit, and of course that drew me to wanting to watch some Bruce Lee. Now, having said that, I watched some of Bruce Lee's films, or tried to watch some of Bruce Lee's films on Amazon and other places, but the quality was really bad. I'm not quite sure why the quality was so bad, but as soon as this dropped, as soon as I saw that it's in, of course, HDR, 4K, all that wonderful stuff, I had to jump at the opportunity. I thought it was going to be released soon. It is soonish. It's actually going to be released in July. In fact, it says it down here on the screen. July the 17th, this is coming out. So a couple months' time from now. It's currently the 7th of May as I record this particular video. I was like, yeah, I'm going to jump on that. I've recently, some money has freed up, so to speak, so I can spend a little bit more the next couple of months. So why not? I thought, treat myself to a nice box set, and this is called the Golden Harvest box set. And we scroll down to the product overview. We can read. I'm not going to read necessarily all of this because this is a lot to necessarily read, and we'll just briefly sort of scroll through the details and the contents. So actually, we'll go through the contents now. So it's a limited 10-disc UHD/Blu-ray collection contents. Limited edition packaging featuring newly commissioned artwork by Tom Ralston. A 200... I didn't know this actually. A 200-page hardbound book featuring new writing by Walter Chaw, Henry Blythe, Andrew Stanton, Dylan Cheung, David West and James Flower. 24 lobby card reproductions, 10 glossy photos of Lee in action, a reversible poster with vintage quad poster artwork. I actually didn't realise some of this was included, and I'm even more excited for the box set, if I'm being completely honest. So I'm not gonna read all of these different extras. There's a lot of extras, but let's just read the main part of these. So, a new 4K UHD presentation in Dolby Vision, HDR10 compatible, of the 99-minute 1983 The Big Boss, newly restored by Arrow Films from the initial negative. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to say it in here, but I do believe that each of the films has also gotten a brand new 1080p scan as well. So not only have Arrow Video gone out of their way, in my opinion, to make 4K scans of each of the original negatives, but they also gone ahead and made 1080p scans. That to me is Arrow Video as a boutique label, and there's been a lot of poo-pooing of boutique labels recently, and I can see why. Especially, I sort of covered this in a video that I did recently, especially with Criterion ballsing up so many 4K releases at the moment and putting completely the wrong mixes of of audio on particular discs and in particular areas. It's been a bit of a cluster duck, to be completely honest with you, and I have no idea what's going over at Criterion for them to do all this. But anyway, when I think boutique label, I think of Criterion, Arrow Video, and some of the others that are around. And because they do these lavish, really nice box sets, I expect them to go out to do the extra mile. Now, how can I word this next part? Whether they do or don't do the extra mile, go the extra mile, is entirely up to them and their business practices and where they divvy their resources up and things like that nature. But when you see that a company like Arrow Video, that is a boutique label, is going out of their way to do some of this stuff, it's just, for me, it's fantastic to see them doing this, especially for film, archivists or archival reasons and restoration and preservation reasons and things like that. Not only, most companies would just do a 4K scan and then downscale it to 1080. They wouldn't even bother doing a standalone 1080 transfer, but no, Arrow Video are like, no, we've got you on this one. We're going to do a 4K scan and a 1080p scan. Now, yes, on one of these releases, it might be, again, the big boss. We've got a 4K UHD scan of the original one, plus some extra, including the theatrical cut, the Mandarin cut. My God. Fist of Fury, again, 4K scan. The Way of the Dragon, 4K scan. Okay, and also newly restored lossless Mandarin, English, and Cantonese mono audio from the Hong Kong. One thing I will say about the SureScope box set that I did end up selling, and this is something that has been said about our video many times, is they are fantastic when it comes to the audio, especially of some of the foreign cinema things that they projects that they work on, basically. And the fact they have got all these different, language options is, again, fantastic. We scroll down to here, again, Enter the Dragon 40th Anniversary Special Edition, courtesy of Home Warner Video, a 1080p scan of this one, of the 1998 Special Edition of the film, 5.1 DTS audio, fantastic. Game of Death, again, 4K scan of that as well. And here we go, Game of Death Ultimate Version. You get a 1080p version of that. Game of Death bonus disc. A brand new 3-hour essay. And 2K restoration of all 2 hours of these original dailies from the recent discovered into positive. Game of Death Blue. Game of Death Blue. Game of Death 2 Blu-ray. There we go. A brand new 2K restoration of the international cut of that film, and high definition 1080p preview. And then disc 10 is just a lot of documentaries and things like that nature. And if we go on to the product details, we can see there's 10 discs, Arrow Films, all of the actors involved, and of course the original year that it was all released. So yeah, that is, in my opinion, that is one of the most, deluxe sets. So Criterion, I'm not sure when they released it, but they released the Bruce Lee Greatest Hits set a little while ago, and everyone went wild for that set, thinking all the Bruce Lee fans were like, oh my God, that's got to be the pinnacle of releases. And then Arrow Video come out with their own version of Bruce Lee, the Golden Harvest era, or films, whatever you want to call it, and you get that basically. It really is. 2 moments. It really is insane, and it gives me shades of the Gamera box set that I've actually still got to show off at some point, / the Criterion Godzilla box set that of course came out. It's almost like Arrow saw their Godzilla box set and said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take a lesser known kaiju and we're going to produce a box set that's like even better than your Godzilla box set, and we're going to there's a bit of dick waving going on, to be perfectly honest with you. But at the end of the day, and I say this again and again, competition is good for everybody, especially the consumer. If the consumer has more choice, i.e. us, then I'm never ever going to complain. If competition is going to produce box sets like this from different companies, then I am all aboard. So yeah, I've gone ahead and pre-ordered the yellow jumpsuit packaging, I'm going to call it, from Arrow Video, and I'm really looking forward to that arriving in a couple of months. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on that and watching some good 4K Bruce Lee goodness. And I really like the fact that it actually does contain Game of Death 2 and a couple of other bits and bobs included within that set, more than just the 4 main films that I do believe are part of the Golden Harvest era, or Golden Harvest set of Bruce Lee films. Yeah, in the meantime, I'm going to be probably checking out some more Bruce Lee films on Amazon Video and places like that I'm sure there's many streaming platforms with Bruce Lee films on them, and hopefully I can get through the shocking quality on some of them, because it is kind of disappointing, some of them being in such poor quality. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video, a bit of a different video to my usual video I've done before now. And please let me know, guys, whether you want me to do more of these videos where I sort of spotlight an upcoming release that I'm excited for, and maybe pre-ordered myself. I can do this for games, music, you know, anything, that kind of stuff. I do have another video planned like this, which is the Dragon Ball Super Steelbook collection. So yeah, anyway, until next time, guys, please take care, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day. Ta-ra.